Very much, my dear brother Rajbal and his co-host, Councillor. Let me recognize all my parliamentary colleagues here this evening, and councillors and executive members, and of course, all you beautiful, lovely people of Pointe-a-Pierre. Ramadan Mubarak to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. This evening, I want to spend a few moments dealing with three subjects, but all intertwined. Economic mismanagement, political blackmail or extortion, and betrayal of the dreams, aspirations of the people of our beautiful nation. Brothers and sisters, dark clouds are gathering on the horizon. A catastrophic storm is brewing. The social decay is palpable, and you can feel it and experience it every day. The Emperor, Papa Doc, is naked. He has no clothes. The architect of our demise is naked. He comes now to campaign for what? He wants you. He wants me. He wants us. He wants the people of Trinidad and Tobago to give him what? 5 more years. Would you give him 5 more years? Would you give Rowley 5 more years? That is what the Emperor is seeking through this campaign he has begun. Brothers and sisters, after 9 years of what you can describe as Hurricane Rowley, over 4,000 of our citizens have been murdered. Over 4,000 of our citizens have been murdered under Rowley. Understand that? Whether it's Granny, whether it's this the young boy called Ezekiel Paria who wanted to be a pilot, he dead. Whether it's the lady who was relaxing in Valsayn, Vicky Richards, a former actress, she dead. Hyacinth Garner or Gardner come from the United States to do some repairs to her house. She dead. No one is safe under the Emperor. No one is safe under Papa Doc. The man could not even deal with COVID. 4,000 people died under Papa Doc. Never forget that. This PNM reminds me of Ali Baba and his 40 thieves. After 9 years, our foreign exchange reserves are at their lowest in 18 years. We are now, according to our information, and they don't want to publish it, we have to move from 6 billion US to 5.8 billion US. After 9 years, our oil production is at an 85-year low. After 9 years, our natural gas production is at a 20-year low. That is where we are today. The middle class are being pauperized. The working class are being brutalized cruelly by this government. That is where we are. Brothers and sisters, I want you never, ever to forget when the emperor and his crew of imposters appeared on the political stage of this country, never ever forget that they increased the price of fuel on no fewer than 6 times. Don't ever forget that. Brothers and sisters, under our leader, under our next prime minister, under our visionary, the Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessar, when she came there, she spent 5 years. Diesel was $1.50 per liter. When Kamala left in 2015, it was $1.50 per liter. She never ever increased the price of diesel. As soon as these national traitors and thieves arrive on the scene, they increase. You know, diesel has now been increased from $1.50 to $3.91. That is almost 160% increase in 9 years. Brothers and sisters, super unleaded. When we left office under our leader, it was $2.70 per liter. You know where the emperor took it? $6.97 per liter, 160% increase in 9 years. Never forget that. Understand the impact that has had on your life, on your transportation costs, on food prices. That is the man. And then here was this criminal. These fellows should be in jail. Listen, when we come into power with your support, we are going to conduct a series of investigations into these fellows. I want Rowley to tell the country. Now, remember I spoke about political blackmail and extortion. Here the Prime Minister, in a Newsday article, Thursday, March 2024, the headline, Prime Minister, stalled property tax, Revenue Authority can send TNT to the IMF. Here it is. Here it is. Brothers and sisters, what is that? That is blackmail. We are not responsible for what is taking place in the country. It is your economic policies, your trickle-down economics that has Trinidad and Tobago where it is today. So don't come and blame the people and say, if you don't pay property tax, I am going to bring IMF. No, brothers and sisters. We're not taking that. I want to tell you something. I have two examples to bring to your attention tonight, this evening. Two pensioners. One in Tacarigua and one in Dabadi. They got their notices in the mail. These people live in 3-bedroom homes. You know, one of those notices for my pensioner friend in Tacarigua, you know how much it came up to? They're operating through remote control. They're not coming to your house. They're just determining what the value of your house is from a distance. So they estimated this gentleman's 4-bedroom house at $265,000 a year. In other words, they are saying that he can fetch $22,000 a month on his property. But who tell them that? And then he gets the assessment from the Board of Inland Revenue. What is that assessment? $7,200 a year. Now tell me where a pensioner is going to get $7,200 a year. Where? A next pensioner from Dabadi, he living in a 3-bedroom house. They sent him a notice, $305,000. They say he could get in rental for the year. They give him, from the Board of Inland Revenue, an assessment of $10,000 a year. Where is he going to get $10,000 a year to pay for the property tax? Listen to me carefully, brothers and sisters. Listen to me. The United National Congress, through our leader, we are telling the people of Trinidad and Tobago tonight, when the UNC returns to office and repower with your support, we are going to scrap the property tax. I want to repeat, your future is in the hands of you. If you don't pay, like my friend in Tacarigua, $7,000 by September, interest is 10% or 15%. After that, they come and they take your fridge, your stove, your ironing board, wherever, to get their taxes. And if that cannot suffice, they're selling your house. They're selling your house, brothers and sisters. I am calling on the people of Pointe-a-Pierre and the people of Trinidad and Tobago to recognize that you have your interests to protect. And the UNC will scrap the property tax when we get into office. I don't want to tell you, don't fill out no form. I have my own formula, but as a personal view, I ain't discussed that with the leader. But I have my own formula for Rowley. And this man who told the country, you know, in this kind of ugly grin that he has. He said, you know, I raised gas once, they riot. I raised gas twice, they riot. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to raise it a third time. Well, that man raised gas in 1 year. In October of 2015, 15%. April of 2016, 15%. And by October of 2016, 15%. 3 times. Listen, if I was in a football field, I would have taken out as a referee the red card and send the PNM off the field. Send them off. But you know what is really troubling, brothers and sisters, and what is most heart-wrenching? I have before me something called Act number 7 of 2016. I want you to listen carefully. Act number 7 of 2016. I want to tell you how these people are fixing up themselves and they don't care nothing about you and me and us and the ordinary people. Hear what this tell you? Brothers and sisters, hear what them fellas did. They bring something under what is called Part 5 of the Finance Act. You recall Imbert telling us about multi-family dwelling apartments. You remember? Look at here. When you thought it was for you and me and ordinary people, no, it wasn't for you and me. It wasn't for you and me. Imbert, his family, in some company called Belgrave Properties, purchased 3 lots of land in Newtown, Port-au-Spain, put up 20 apartments, 20 apartments called Alora. Alora sold each one, I understand, for $3.5 million, equivalent to $70 million. You know what this man brought the parliament to do? Let me read it for you. That man brought a bill to exempt him and others from income tax until the year December 31st, 2025. Hear this carefully. Listen. I'm going to call on my brother Kevin to give you a demonstration of these things. You see it? Alora. Hear what it says. Subject to Section 2. Right, subject to Section 2. Premiums and any other costs associated with a multi-family dwelling, you are exempt from that. All gains and profits on the initial sale of these apartments, you pay no tax on it. Wow. If you're renting or leasing any of these, Imbert ain't paying no tax. So he selling an apartment for $3.5 million under this act. He is paying no income tax. He's paying no taxes. No taxes. I I want to go quickly to another one. Inez Gate, 46 private houses in a place called Chauvin, Tobago. He business partner, Alan Warner. And our Alan Warner buildings, 46. He pay no taxes. And he get, because he passed a law saying he must not pay, but you must pay. You must pay property tax. Brothers and sisters, then there is the emperor himself. Bring up the emperor. Look the emperor. The emperor built a 5-apartment palace on Landed in Tobago. I want to ask all of them, how have you benefited from this? Have you paid taxes? Let us see the receipts. You built this for $3.8 million. You borrowed the money? From which bank? Let me see all the documents. We call on the emperor tonight to explain your wealth. Explain your wealth. So whilst we are being called upon to pay property tax, them getting away scot-free according to this piece of legislation. Let them deny it. We are asking on your behalf today, Alora Apartments. We are asking on the Inet Gate 46 private townhouses. And we are asking on these 5 apartments purportedly owned by a fella known as the Emperor. We want them to tell Trinidad and Tobago whether this piece of legislation was passed especially to benefit them. And they call it on you to pay. We are not paying no property tax. And the UNC will scrap the property tax. So, brothers and sisters, I don't have much time. What I'd like to tell you tonight is that these people have betrayed you. They have punished you. They have oppressed you. Brothers and sisters, the time has come for us to rally, for us to unite, for us to unify. And let us together, like a tsunami, sweep the entire corrupt P&M out of office. So whenever the general elections are called in Trinidad and Tobago, be it this year or be it next year, whenever it is called, we telling P&M and that crew, your cuckoo properly cooked. Let us move together in a united fashion. And in closing, I want to tell you something. You see this party? This party is 35 years old. 35 years old. It was built on the sweat, the blood, the tears of you, the working people of Trinidad and Tobago. We have no vacancy in the political leadership of our party. None. You know, in some people's quest for progress, sometimes ambition exceeds talent. I want some of these people to ponder on this. Ambition exceeds talent. We have one mission. We have one vision. We have one leader. We have one party. And together, united, we are going to roll back oppression, roll back exploitation, roll back advantage against the people by this government. So we have to stand together and get rid of this criminal enterprise posing as a government in Trinidad and Tobago. Let us, brothers and sisters, go ever forward. Forward ever, backward never. Forward ever, backward never. Forward ever, backward never. Long live the UNC. Long live Kamla Prasad Disaster.